the Monday, August 2nd edition of the Horizon Communications Sports Brief. I'm Earl Baston. The country is still basking in several sporting accomplishments over the last few days. Firstly, the gold medal that Flora Duffy captured at the Olympic Games here in Japan, and then, of course, Dara Alazade finished 6th in the C final of the men's singles sculls on the Sea Forest waters, also in Japan. The annual Cup Match Classic was retained by the Somerset Cricket Club with a 10-wicket victory. So now you ask yourself what else happened for Bermuda to be proud of? Well, join me on this ride. After a short delay to allow the Lake Garda thermal wind to develop, 2 races were completed for the Go Fleet for the final day of the 2021 ILCA 6th Youth World Sailing event. Sebastian Kemp was finished 3rd overall with 83 net points. This after finishing 18th in the first race of the day and 17th in the second race. Meanwhile, the International 505 Pass Association has announced that the 2021 World Championship, scheduled to be held in Bermuda at the end of October, has been cancelled. Delray Rollins watched his Southern Brave teammates pick up their first win in the men's 100 with a 4-wicket victory over Birmingham Phoenix at the Aegis Bowl. Marcus Scotland led Team Chevy to back-to-back 2020 match wins during the African Caribbean Cricket Association's annual Derek Gift Sims Emancipation Day cricket matches. The matches were played at the South Hampstead Cricket Club. Scotland scored 57 in the first match, and then he would score 54 runs in the second match. Danico Hollis and his Steinhallmeyer first 11 teammates were back in action against Helensburgh. They would go down by 58 runs. Batting first, Helensburgh scored 261 for 8. Hollis bowled 8 overs, 1 maiden, none for 33. In reply, Steinhallmeyer were bowled out for 203. Hollis was the top scorer with 83 not out. Bermuda's senior women's national team traveled to Maryland for a week-long training camp in preparations for the upcoming FIFA World Cup qualifiers. The team was based at the Calverton School in Huntington, Maryland. The Bermuda team took on Coppermine United, a women's team from the United Women's Soccer League 2 division. Coppermine United would come away with a 5-2 victory at the Norris Field. Nathan Trott began his Nancy career with a 4-0 defeat at the hands of Toulouse. Ken Critchlow and his Watford teammates played out a preseason friendly against Arsenal at the Gunners training ground, going down 4-1. Nicky Wells and his Bristol City teammates rounded off their preseason with a 3-0 defeat against Aston Villa. Zico Lewis and his Charleston Battery teammates fell 3-2 to the Miami FC following 3 unanswered goals scored by the South Florida side. Cole Hall scored, helping his Radcliffe teammates pick up a 7-goal thriller win at Shoreburg. Reggie Lamb scored for Stowmarket as they went down 3-1 to the Ipswich Town under-23s. Justin Donovan and his Solihull Moors teammates ran out 2-1 winners against Alfred Town, and Stockbridge Park Steels fell to a 2-1 loss to Dale Eve and his National League North Spennymoor Town teammates after conceding twice in 2 minutes. Keziah Martin scored, helping his Kidderminster teammates wrap up a useful 2-1 preseason win over Halzoen. Norris Scott and his Hastings United teammates' preseason fixtures came to an end with a loss to Charlton Athletic. Johnny Burchell turned out for the first time for Aston Villa's under-23 team as they took on Stafford Rangers, but they would fall 3-0. Gervais Laws has signed an agreement with Rayo Vallecano C in Spain. Aspiring FIFA officials took part in the FIFA Men's Fitness Test at the National Sports Center track. 3 persons passed, namely Clinton Hayward, Amari Majors, and Stephen Mabry. The 5th and final stage of the Volta a Madrid under-23 road race saw Caden Hopkins finish 62nd overall. During the 138.3-kilometer distance final stage, Hopkins crossed the line in a time of 3 hours, 51 minutes, and 7 seconds. Tariq Simons returned to the tennis courts in Florida, this time competing in the Battle of Boca Tennis Championship. Playing in the round of 64, Simons took on Skylar Phillips, and he would come from a set down to advance. Phillips won the first set 7-5, but Simons won the second set 6-4. Simons then won the third set tiebreaker 10-8. Simons would take on Kai Wang from Taiwan in the round of 32. However, Simons would go down in straight sets 7-6, 6-2. Nathan Simons has committed to the Mount Marty University men's track and field. Rayshawn Burke began competing in the Pauberg CSI 2, CSI 1, CSI YH1 in the Netherlands. On day one, Birch and Neon Spotlight Z took to the ring for the CSI YH1 in two phases special 5-year-old 1.10 meter and 6-year-old 1.20 meter class, finishing third. The pair had a clear first phase time of 33.66, and they had a clear second phase time of 37.14. Taiwan Waldron competed in the International Trotting Pacing Association's Midwest Classic in Indiana. At the Nappy Raceway, Waldron drove Cherokee's Ironman to victory in the 104 and faster free-for-all division, stopping the clock in a time of 102 and 1. In the 112 and 1 to 116 junior free-for-all division, Waldron and I'm Gonna Getcha finished fourth with a time of 114 flat. Waldron and Miso Fancy finished fourth, competing in the 108 and 1 to 112 senior free-for-all with a time of 109 flat. Waldron and Valley Shadow, competing in the 108 and 1 to 110 flat senior class, finished second in 109 and 4. The August issue of Endurance News coverage features Marvin Brengman and the Callaway Machine. Brengman and Callaway Machine earned the best condition at the 100-mile AERC National Championship in Montana last month. Oliver Betchard competed in a 3-day tournament in the U.S. Kids World Championship at Pinehurst, North Carolina. Betchard pulled together a respectable score of 232, shooting 80.77, and a final day 3/par 75 to finish 43rd in a field of 154 competitors. After a year hiatus courtesy of COVID, the delayed annual Round the Island Seagull Race finally took place. The first Bermuda wooden dinghy to finish was If You See K, captained by Chris Kamala, in a time of 6 hours and 4 minutes, and this was a close finish as he was challenged by Memory, captained by Bill Tatum, who crossed the line 1 minute later. The largest fleet was the Nun Wood dinghy. The class was won by number 38, captained by Rosalind Wingate, and crewed by two of her children, completing the course in 4 hours and 41 minutes. Sea Glassy, captained by Nigel Pollard, was the first Huckabee to finish within the non-wooden dinghy class. The Aberdeen Ironbirds have extended Adam Hall's stay on the injury list. Hall is expected to be back from a quadricep strain in mid-August. The Bermuda team at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics attended a team dinner celebrating the accomplishments of the two athletes in Flora Duffy and Dara Alazade.
Flora, you've done us proud. You've done Bermuda and the country's going nuts at home. You've done us proud. You've reached your goal at long last, and we couldn't be prouder for you. Yeah. Tomorrow, Dara, you continue your. This is a team effort. Dara, you continue your journey tomorrow. This is your first Olympics, and you've done yourself and the NOC and Bermuda proud. A toast to all of you. Cheers. Thank you, Judy. Cheers. Cheers.
And we must say this is 0% bubbly.
It's 100% bubbly, just 0% alcohol. Yeah. Oh yes, Dan. Thank you.
On behalf of Flora Anna, maybe she'll correct me on a few things that she usually does.
That's a wife to do.
Oh man.
Sorry. Oops.
But on that, there was very a moment I can recall in this entire Olympic cycle where we requested anything, even so much as hesitation, or asked for us to justify our reasoning. I just want to make it very clear and unequivocal that we couldn't have done what we did yesterday without that level of support and belief and backing. So I mean it very sincerely.
Thank you.
I'll work on the Bermudian accent in time. And I mean it from the you guys all contribute in different ways. And it really does take a team and a village. So I'm very glad I got to contribute. forward to some raucous partying from you.
We're fast.
Thanks to all of you.
I don't think they're gonna stop. I don't think they're gonna stop.
Brenda, Ashet?
Yeah, I was going to just say that it's an absolute honor to have been asked to do this, to serve you, to work with you guys, to serve you guys. It's been a great team. We had a huge hiccup with COVID, but everybody persevered and worked through it. And yesterday, people have said, "Well, what do you think of yesterday?" And I was like, yesterday is what it's all about. Like there couldn't, Flora, there just couldn't have been. I was telling Dan that I thought that the race that I saw in Bermuda was possibly the best race that I've seen in my entire life, period. But yesterday was just like phenomenal. Whoa. And to hear you say it time and time again that this is my dream, and then to see it executed just so absolutely perfectly with your team. Yesterday was just magnificent. Couldn't have asked, and be so honored to have been there to see that. Like, it was just amazing. So thank you for that, and thank you to your team. And I will say to Rob and Dara and Aria, and Lawrence, thank you. You were part of a big part of that team as well, and we do appreciate you and all the folks that you
We
did.
so welcome you
Yeah.
and thank you. From the bottom of my heart.
And from the rowing team, you guys have been great to work with as well. So thank you for your spirit and for all that you've done. And we're looking forward to enjoying the last 2 days with you.
Yeah.
We want to congratulate you from Intercontinental Tokyo.
Thank you.
And that's a look at the Monday, August 2nd edition of the Horizon Communications Sports Brief. I'm Earl Basin.